Wrangles, wrangles, wrangles.
What's your fitness goal? What do you want to achieve?
Be wham.
To be wham? Just wham?
You prime one it?
You want to be more primal?
Yeah.
Alright, cool, perfect. Do you ever see me just training chest in the gym?
I know. But I don't know your workouts yet. We haven't trained enough for me to be like, alright, cool. Dude, we just did kettlebells today.
Yeah, but
If I go gym,
Yeah.
cool. If I go gym on a normal day, I'm gonna be like, alright, cool. Do I know the spinal control stuff? No. Do I know half of the stuff that you do? No. So okay, I want to do a different work. I want to do a Harvey workout. Can I do it? No.
You ain't asked.
Yeah, but I need you there to teach me, which we're gonna get to eventually. But if you just tell me what to do, I ain't gonna be able to do it. If you just told me do these work, if you told me do
As I said to you today, like the mental cues that I give, that's why having a trainer is very important when you're first starting out. Like when you actually really want to get serious about like doing something like for your body and just like in fitness, quote unquote, because that's such a generic term. Where the actual definition of fitness doesn't actually just relate to how aesthetically you look or how you move and all this kind of stuff. You need a trainer. That's the bottom line. Like YouTube, you can do a lot from YouTube. You can do a lot from your own like self-experimentation. Like you can go out into the gym, try new things. What's for you? What's not for you? Different types of training. Whether it's French contrast, whether it's just fundamentals, whether it's just anything. It could just be calisthenics, it could be kettlebells, it could be anything. But you have to find out what works for you, or get a trainer and work it out together with a trainer. So, for instance, now that I'm training Ria, she's tried doing different types of workouts with different people, and she said it just never worked for her. But now I'm implementing kind of like bits and bobs for her here and there to kind of get her body nice and finely tuned. Now she's actually starting to realise, oh, okay, this is why I'm doing this exercise, because this relates to this point in life, or oh, I didn't know this about my body because I've never been told or taught this way. Having a trainer is going to be important for you to start seeing like good results in your early days when your knowledge is very limited and your experience is low.
I feel like having a trainer, in terms of like just the basic side of it, is somebody's making you a workout plan that works. Like you go into that gym and you know what you gotta do. You don't waste time. Secondly, form. Like if your form's wrong, you're not working out the right muscle. Like today, the fundamental was kettlebell swing.
Yeah.
I was doing it wrong. I was doing it more like a squat. So I wasn't getting the hamstring stretch.
Yeah.
Like the fundamental of the first workout was wrong.
Yeah.
Because I built a habit something else.
Yeah.
My hip, I didn't know how to hip hinge correctly.
Yeah.
How many man do you think don't know how to hip hinge properly, bro?
How many man
do you think that are deadlifting and don't know how to hip hinge at the top? Like I'm talking about barbell deadlift.
It shouldn't really be barbell lift anyway, just the way
Yeah, I
they
know.
do it.
Think about how many people are doing barbell
Yeah, I
deadlift
know.
wrong.
As I said, bro, because people's knowledge is very limited at the
That's what I'm
start,
saying.
and they just go because they either get a pump, quote unquote, or they just like they feel like they're working, or the next day they feel tired and fatigued, and they feel like they've worked. When
Like that's why they're not getting the results.
There's a big difference between maximal effort and optimal effort.
Yeah.
And maximal load and optimal load. We never really want maximal of anything. You never want the maximum of anything. We always talk about optimal load. So for instance, like testosterone, for example, if you have too much, if you have the max amount of testosterone, that's actually not good for you. Whereas if you have the optimal amount, it's good for you. Same as sleep. If you get the maximal amount of sleep, which in a day is 24 hours because there's 24 hours in a day, that's not actually good for you. Whereas the optimal amount of sleep is 6 to 8 hours, or depending on your age, whether you're pregnant, or it could be like 7 to 9 or whatever. But we always kind of want to look for like the optimal kind of range in anything.
Yeah.
It's like sweet spots in Fibonacci when it comes to the charts as well. You've got certain key areas that the market likes to react out of different zones. It's the same as your body. You just need to find your 61.8 zone. If you don't know what that is, it's a Fibonacci retracement measure. Okay, it's where the market likes to react off quite a lot of the time. But yeah, that's where I feel like a trainer can help you find that sweet spot.
Yeah, I feel like because the thing is as well, when you're training, you can't see your imbalances as well. Your trainer can see that, and then the form and like just all of those different things, and the extra push, like knowing you have someone there that is there to train you to your best. That's why like all the actors that get into create, like they go from fat to mad shape. How do you think they get that transformation?
I told you my trainer Jason, he trained Hugh Jackman Wolverine.
Yeah, that's
like
what I'm saying.
Bro, when he told me, he was just like a lot of people, because he's got not a bad reputation, but a lot of people think he's on drugs, innit? Like, a lot of
Yeah.
people think he's taken peds, they think he's taken anabolics. Like, trust me, he hasn't. The geezer just is very, very strict with his diet, and his workout regime is just ridiculous. I remember Jason sent me over, like, some of the stuff that he was doing with him, and I was thinking, bruv, like, what the actual fuck? Like, he was doing rounds of kettlebells for like 15 to 20 minutes, non-stop.
Yeah. Man.
Crazy.
You do that, you're getting shredded.
Yeah. But the load, that's what I'm saying, the load has to be...
Optimal.
Yeah, but for you.
Yeah.
If you're just starting out, there's no way on God's earth you're even doing a minute
Yeah.
of kettlebells.
Well, it's like you, for example, today is a
Yeah.
perfect example. You was doing your sets, but then also doing your demonstration set for me.
Mm-hmm. But I was getting it on when I was
Yeah.
doing my
So
demonstrations.
I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd have to take that break.
Yeah.
Because that's not optimal for me.
Yeah.
Like, I'd just break 4 minutes. Like, I wouldn't be able to handle
Well, I
it.
said to you today, the goal is for you to then make your spinal control your kettlebell stuff, because let's be real, like, all the movements that we done today, name me one movement that we done in the gym today with the kettlebells that isn't useful.
Yeah.
It isn't, is it? Exactly.
Yeah.
When we become the optimal human being.
Literally, to be fair, like, all you need really in the gym is you do kettlebells
Mm-hmm.
and isometrics.
For
For
real,
real.
we're talking about equipment.
Oh, nah, like, I'm talking about workout wise. All you need is kettlebells and isometric work,
Yeah.
and you're done. That's for if you want to be fully functional.
Yeah, and a pull-up bar and a dip bar.
Yeah,
and
that's
you're,
it.
you're sweet.
That's it. Calisthenics, isometrics, kettlebells,
Calisthenics.
calisthenics.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're Gucci. What else do you need? So I'm talking about functional,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
to get
yeah.
aesthetic or whatever. Just
Bro,
to,
you can get very
well, you
aesthetic.
can get aesthetic. I'm talking
by
about
doing that kind of stuff.
put all of that to a side.
Yeah,
like,
you're talking about isolation exercises.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you do all of that, bruv, you'll be the most functional person on earth.
Yeah.
Like-
You got like raw man strength.
Yeah, like, I'm talking about
Lifting
like,
shit.
if you need to lift like today we carried my sister's cupboard down the stairs. I was like, yeah, cool, I need to do more isometrics. So you're holding like that, innit?
Uh-huh.
That's the bicep one.
Yep.
So I know, cool, all the loads of my bicep, but my bicep's getting tired.
You need to remember, when I do isometrics, it's not just to do my biceps, quote unquote. It's
Yeah.
to make sure that all the surrounding muscles are engaged and they're firing at the same time.
That's it.
So, for instance, like, if, like, okay, cool, let's say something really, really heavy was to drop, I don't know, like, right in front of me, but I haven't necessarily trained the surrounding muscles to react and
yeah.
deal with that kind of stress and that load all at the same time, I'm most likely going to pull something, or I'm going to lose the integrity through my shoulder, or my back's going to give way. So when you're training isometrics, it's really important to try and engage as much as you can. Like, when I train isometrics and I do the Bulgarian split squat stance,
Yeah.
when I'm pressing my back foot into the bench so that my hip is on fire.
Yeah.
Same as when I'm doing decline bench press,
With your leg up.
with my leg up, exactly, and I'm the leg that's in the little, my foot that's in the hole, pointing my toes towards my face and locking in through my what's it called? What the fucking name of the muscle? Sure, anterior fib something. Anyway, basically your front shin muscle, innit?
Yeah.
Completely forgotten. It's gonna come to me in a second. But pulling through there, also pulling through your hip flexor, and obviously because of your sling system, I'll be pushing opposite arm, opposite leg. So
Yeah.
that's the kind of training that I do. Instead of just grabbing 2 mad dumbbells or jumping on a bench and just benching mad weight. It's, for me, from what I found, personal experience, it's just not beneficial. And if my goal was to look and like, I don't know, just if
Yeah, but at the same
if I was a
time,
fitness model, or quote unquote,
Yeah.
like if I wanted to look aesthetically amazing, then yeah, calm. I do all of the exercises that make my muscles pop or all that kind of stuff. But I don't want to. I want to be able to
yeah,
like just move so efficiently. And
yeah.
that should be the goal for anybody. Because as you get
I feel
older,
like that's the goal,
you
but
need it.
like you were saying, you want to look good naked, innit?
Yeah.
So there needs to be that balance between, yeah, cool, I want to get like big and like popping, but then be functional.
But getting in, this is my point. Yeah, a lot of people, they like how they are, like, as in not necessarily that they like how they are.
Yeah.
They're comfortable with. Right, I'm just gonna say how it is, isn't it? People are actually very, very okay with looking like shit and feeling like shit,
Yeah.
and it's not right.
A lot of people look fine being like fat. Like,
I don't, right. See, this is where this gets a bit mad for me. Coming from somebody who's been like out of shape or hasn't necessarily like looked aesthetically pleasing, I know how much it sucks to go to the swimming pool and not be able to take my top off and feel ashamed about my body. I know what it feels like to be around girls and not want to take my top off because I'm embarrassed or I feel insecure about my body. I know what it feels like to go on holiday and I don't want any of the pictures being taken of me because I'm not confident in what my body looks like. Like I've been there, innit? Like I remember one time, and this is mad. Me and my sister, we went to the Caribbean one year and we went on this boat and we were on like this bouncy castle thing and also I was wearing my shorts, t-shirt off, it's hot, okay? My mum's taking a picture of me and my sister having a good time, come back, my sister's posted it on Instagram, okay?
Yeah.
I look back at this photo, I think it's still on my sister's gram, but yeah, anyway, that's not the point. I remember looking at it on the day on the way back and I lost my shit. I said, why the fuck are you uploading that? You know, I'm so conscious about my body, I don't like the way I look, like I look horrible there. But looking back on it now, yeah, bro, I was so skinny, I was so like, there's nothing wrong with me, I just had like straight up body dysmorphia. So like, I know how that feels to like not be comfortable and to feel like, oh, I don't really want to go to the gym because I don't really feel a need to change my body. Trust me, there's going to be a time in your life when you're going to want your body to kind of work. And I know it might sound quite extreme, but I hope this doesn't happen to anybody, but life or death circumstances can happen like that.
Yeah.
If you're harder to kill because you train your body on a regular basis, is that not going to benefit you?
Yeah.
If you need to run for your life, or you need to hold something up to prevent someone else from dying, or you need to hold somebody back from a fight, or just something, like you need your body to work properly.
Yeah.
And it's not even necessarily about like, all of my examples I just said to you then, not a single one of them was to do with how you look. Yeah. It's about how your body actually like responds to the environment.
Yeah.
What are you looking at? That's right. Probably against the wall.
Yeah.
That muscle at the front of my shins really got to me. I can't remember the name. I don't want to look it up, but I think it's your anterior. It's anterior something. Fib. I know it is because that's it's your front shin bone muscle. This thing here.
Shut the cereal thing.
Do you know I'm gonna tap out? This is really bad, but I've forgotten. Go on, search it. Swipe off your screen. I'm sorry, but I need to. Anterior fibrialis. I think it's anterior fibrialis. Check it. I think it's anterior fibrialis. Fibrialis anterior. I think. Yeah. What is it? Anterior tibialis. What did I say? I said that, didn't I?
Yeah, anterior. Yeah, tibial.
Oh, I said fibby. Yeah, because you got your fibula and your tibia.
Tibial.
Anyway, cool.
Anterior,
So your tibial, tibialis anterior. Yeah, cool. Anyway, so basically it's like the front muscle on your shin. That's what I was relating to earlier. But yeah, I just.
Yeah, I feel like you know, it's even like it's like a basic level. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine like if you're carrying a wardrobe downstairs, like you're moving stuff around your house, and like the person gives way, like they just drop it or whatever. Like imagine being on the stairs. And the wardrobe fall, and you'll be able to hold it.
Like Superman.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Because if it falls on you, like you're getting taken out, and you're crushing into ribs or whatever. Yeah. Like when I'm talking about like stuff like that, like in a day to day, and like even when you get older, because really and truly, when you're young, you bounce back or whatever, you recover or whatever, or you're normally strong enough to like, you'll be alright. Yeah. Like you might be able to hold it. But when you talk about like when you hit like 40, 50. Like 40, if you hit 40 and like
body starts failing you after that.
Yeah, like you try and like lift something high, like from here, try and lift something, you pull a muscle in your chest or something. Yeah. Like my dad, for example, like he lifting stuff and then he was like, oh, he pulled a muscle in his chest or whatever, stuff like that. Because like your shoulders aren't helping that movement or whatever, like your chest or your shoulders are taking all the load and your traps aren't helping, stuff like that, and it's just one muscle just doing it, and it just gives way. Stuff like that, and balance.
You can start doing some really cool shit as well. Once you start mastering your body, you can start doing some really cool shit. Like even today, I taught you how to hinge, I taught you to clean, I taught you how to press. Yeah. Towards the end, you were starting having fun in it. It was good. It's good fun.
Well, you just feel like a goal in it.
You feel like a monster. Yeah. Like, and again, if you didn't have me there, giving you those mental cues,
it wouldn't happen.
Exactly.
Well, I would have done it, but it would have just been a mess, and I probably would have fallen over or something.
Exactly.
Now, talk about like when it comes to actually like in real life, when you're flinging, when weight comes at you, you just fall over. Like if you don't know
how to absorb it.
Yeah, if you don't know how to use your body to, like even the simple one, you know, when you're training Rhea, and then the one where you walk out and you.
Yeah.
And then she was like falling, and you just like bend your knee a little bit, hip hinge a little bit, and you're stable. And you walk out. Things like that. Yeah. Understanding like if I do that, I'm solid. Like no one can push me over. Stuff like that.
I always do. I do even with the little kids that I train, or I used to train in the summer. I always say, all right, cool, guys. When we're changing direction, do we want to be really high or really low? And I say, all right, cool. So I stand up, like literally with my feet together, and I'll be nice and tall. All right, cool. Push me over, and they push me over really easy. All right, cool. Now push me over. Decent stance, I'm low, can't move me, bounce off me. Right, what has changed? It's the fact I've gone from high to low, center of mass is now closer to the floor, I can now change direction quicker, my hip is also hinging closer towards a 90-degree angle, meaning I can then exert more force from here, from A to B.
Well, it's like when defenders, they like crouch a little bit.
When you're jockeying, because obviously the lower you get to the floor, the easier it is to change direction, because you need to remember triple extension is like the optimal like angle for explosivity. So for instance, picture this, when you're about to start a race, when you're about to start a 100-meter race, and you crouch down, and your first step out, your back leg is in a phase called triple extension. Okay, so your ankle is fully extended, your knee is fully extended, and your hip joint is fully extended. That's triple extension through the hip.
Yeah.
And that is where you are going to see like optimal
acceleration.
Pretty much. And that's what I get to teach a lot of people as well, because even when we get up right now, so if I was to stand up right now and push off, that's triple extension from my ankle to my knee to my hip. Like it's just little things like that. And even who was I talking to? It was even her.
Yeah.
When I was speaking to her the other night, she was just like, oh yeah, something I always took from you is like, I always catch myself standing like really heavily on one side, and then I'll just check myself, because she obviously works in a restaurant, and she'll just be standing there, and she'll just have all of her weight and all of her pressure on like her left side or her right side, and then because I told her about the whole imbalance thing, and you shouldn't really always try and find nice balance, because if you don't, then obviously you're always going to have like aches and pains in one side, or you're not going to have good range of motion on the other side, or your balance is going to be shit on the other side. So she always like checks herself, and then she like rebalances herself, and it's just interesting, man.
But I feel like it's just balance, isn't it? Like I know, like balance through your life. When you train like that, you just live a very like strong life. Like your life is strong. You feel balanced all the time. You feel like optimal. Like when you go to pull a door open, you don't get moved forward. You know what I'm saying? Like you pull it and you're solid. Like you're solid, and you comes out, because you do that, and like you're training yourself. Like with isometric, like chest, shoulder, trap, all bang. Like really and truly, if you have all three of those muscles at the same time, like people can pull 60 kg with their traps. Yeah. So if you got all three of them, you can pull a 100 kg door really and truly. So happy days.
That's a heavy door. I don't even think I fired or was that.
That's what I'm saying. So like, boom, you don't have to fight what you want. Day-to-day things are just easy.
Yeah, that's why I'm about to go into like a really can't lie. Should I go in?
Alright.
Cool. Let's make this in part 2.
Open the rabbit hole.
Say nothing, stop recording and we can continue. I'm about to tell you what I think about when I work out.
Go on then, mate.
Cool. When you work out, what do you think about?
Me?
What do you think about? When you're working out, what do you concentrate on? Where does your mind go?
I think about I go into focus.
Yeah, but what thoughts run through your mind? What do you think about?
I think about finishing the set.
Think about finishing the set.
I focus completely on finishing that set. See now, if you're going to go into my focus, I go deeper. Okay. So when I go into focus, I completely remove everything else out of my brain, and I go full Zen mode on exactly what I'm doing. So if I hit charts, I completely forget about anything else, and my brain is full of charts, and I'm focused. Yeah. When I'm in the gym, like today, when that last time when I put up the second two, I switched. I clicked. I was like, calm, boom. Went into focus on purely just thinking about everything I'm doing.
Nice.
I don't think about anything else.
You don't?
No.
Alright. Never told anybody this. Do you know what I think about when I work out? And it's not necessarily about my hinges or my technique, because it's so, you're excited, innit? I can see the smile. It's so, the technique is so drilled into me, it's now second nature. For pretty much all the exercises that I do. Unless I'm gonna try and learn something new, then yeah, it'll take time. But when I'm really getting in my flow, the image in my mind has changed now that I've got a niece, which is nice because it gives me even more of a bite, which is good. But I just think about killing bad guys and killing rapists and murderers, and just I always picture like somebody with a gun or somebody with a knife is like in front of my family, and I just come in and just fuck shit up.
Interesting. That's an interesting outlook.
Like that's all I think about is just bad guys. It's just saving good people from bad guys, from murderers, from rapists, from anybody like that. Because there's been times where I've been on nights out, and I've seen guys, big guys, just because of their size and their presence, they think that they can do whatever they want to girls, and that's not, obviously it's not right. And I've never really been able to step in and be like, oh, that's wrong. Not necessarily because I didn't think it was wrong, obviously in my mind I know it's wrong, but I'm not stupid in it. I know I get my ass kicked in. I get smacked up. Who the fuck knows what that geezer's got on him? Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, that's my kind of thing where I'm fighting those mental barriers. But alright, cool. If I ever see anything in life that I don't like and I feel like I have to step in to help the situation, I want to be able to do that. Or I want to save my loved ones. Now, all I think about is the same thing, but when my niece grows up and some guy tries attacking her or something like that. And that's why when you're in the gym and you see me train and the whole that stuff, that's when that kicks in. So I was telling you about that earlier, when you're breathing, and I could go so in depth in this right now. Especially like, do you know a guy called Wim Hof? You know Wim Hof. Don't know Wim Hof. Oh my days. I don't think I've spoken about him before. Anyway, you're gonna have to look him up, innit? This geezer, like, he's broken world records for holding his breath under ice water. Just an absolute guru when it comes to controlling your breathing, clearing your mind, how to keep your body younger forever. Like, he generally believes like he's found the stuff to reverse your age, like, naturally, just through breathing techniques. He's a big advocate of cold therapy, so ice baths, cryo chambers, all that good stuff. And yeah, box breathing, as I spoke to you about, you and Connor as well, like when you're trying to go to sleep, when you're trying to get into focus, like top athletes, sports psychology is kind of linked to this in a way, but sports psychology is like a massive thing for like top end athletes. Said to you earlier again, Cristiano Ronaldo, like
Cristiano Ronaldo, silly.
When I said to you earlier, before he takes a penalty, what does he do? Big breath in, holds it, sharp exhale. Does it multiple times before he gets a kick. He's completely focused on striking that ball. He knows where it's going, his mind's not changing. He's getting in that zone. Just before you do anything in life, just try it. You can even try it now. Like, you basically want to exhale more than you're inhaling. So you want to exhale more than you're inhaling. So for instance, let's say you're doing 2 in and 4 out. So literally be like, I'm just going to do it. I don't care if it looks weird. So literally be... That's literally what it's like. Those sharp kind of breaths, that's why like I can go in cold water for ages. Because I'm literally just sitting there like... controlling in your breath. Sorry if I'm breathing all over you, bro. You have to get like a
fan.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, that's why like maintaining focus and like controlling your breathing is a big thing. You have to try hot yoga, or anybody that's listening to this. When you try hot yoga, if you try and fight the pose, or you think, oh, I'm strong, or like I'm just gonna hold it, and you fight the pose, trust me, you'll fail, and time will only go slower. Surrender to what's going on around you and just focus on your breath, and trust me, it'll be so much easier. Because that's what it is. Like, when you... I don't want to give any false information, but you can Google this. You can change the displacement of oxygen and carbon dioxide in your brain by doing certain breathing techniques.
Yeah.
One of them being
Box breathing.
Exactly, box breathing. And it gives you the sense of like relaxation and just like a more like just clarity in your mind. Like remember when we done that silence, you know, and at the end of it we just had just straight clarity. That's how you feel after doing a proper box breathing session. And that's why it's easy to fall asleep. Because why is it hard to fall asleep at night? Because you've got better stuff in your mind, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. What if you've got clarity? There's nothing on your mind. Then you should be able to go to sleep easier.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's mad.
It is mad. Like it's a proper mad subject.
Yeah.
But look into it. Look into how breathing has an effect on performance, not just in sports or top athletes, but how you can use it in every day. Like for me, confrontation. Like when you first met me compared to the person I am now, I'm a lot less confrontational.
Yeah.
I bite sometimes as just a joke, but like obviously.
Yeah.
But confrontation, I almost used to kind of enjoy it because I used to love the whole back and forth. Oh no, I'm right, you're wrong. I'm right, you're wrong. I used to love it.
Yeah.
Now, just don't really see the point.
Yeah.
And that's just, I don't know, this is just my development journey, but now I've kind of come to the point where, look, if you think you're right, that's cool. If you in your heart think you're that right, who am I to say any different?
Yeah.
I'm going to let you have that. Because if I don't say anything, or if I just go, yeah, you're right, you're expecting me to say something back. I'm not going to give you that.
Yeah.
You could be so wrong, but I'm not going to give you that fulfillment.
Yeah, I do that. That's like me in a nutshell, innit?
Yeah.
I just don't argue. It's like, say less, bro.
Yeah. I never used to do that ever. I always used to bite. I always used to argue. I always used to no, it was him. I used to blame everybody. But as Gary V says, we like fingers, but no one likes thumbs.
Yeah.
That's
you and the ref, innit?
Huh?
You and the ref.
Oh, now see now referees, they're different human beings. I ain't got time for referees. Fuck referees. Big man thing. Fuck referees.
You're a referees, bro.
If you're a ref, if
bro,
your brother's a ref, if your friend's a ref, fuck your friend, fuck you, whoever. I hate refs. I hate refs.
You even in FIFA, bro. You and the refs, fam. Always, you just chat to the ref all the time. Anything happens, bro. Ref.
So
ref,
on Saturday, just gone, the game that we had, I was on the bench because I just came back from my injury on my ankle. And my manager was just like, Harvey, mate, even if you play terribly, you'll never ever sit on the bench. I was like, why? He was like, because you're just as fucking mouthy as you are when you're on the pitch. It's just funny because he was just like, it's good because you need a player like that on your team. Like if you, it's like a perfect example. John Terry, Jamie Carragher, both of them like opposition. So Gary Neville used to say to players on Man United's team, don't let Jamie Carragher speak to the ref because if he does, they'll most likely win the game. Because if that one player gets on the ref's good side and they start talking to the ref, they start sweet talking him, start making him doubt his decisions, then it's more likely going to be more lenient. Or like it's a massive mind game kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love doing that kind of stuff. And it keeps me involved in the game as well. I can never play a game of football being quiet ever. I don't know how people just play football. Like how do you just play? I have to be involved in the game all the time. All the time.
You just love chatting there.
I just love chatting. I just love it. I just love it. What the fuck? I just love it. I just love it.
Fam, you'd slide up with a laugh out of someone like,
If I want the ball,
bro, you break man's, you caress his Achilles. As long as you got the ball at the end, yeah, you're standing there, he's on the floor, you've ran.
See that whole dark arts kind of stuff, I'm over that now. I am. People, bro, you. When I was 16,
Fam, I remember the first time you were telling me about you on football, bro.
No, you didn't see it. I might have told you, but it's a difference. I used to, so I'm a defender, yeah, so I'm a centre back. I used to play against strikers, and let's say they're standing in front of me. They're trying to hold me, they're trying to grab my shirt, they're trying to push me, they're trying to scratch me, whatever. Cool, that's fine. I literally just used to just literally scrape the whole back of their Achilles, and then I used to go, oh, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? I'm so sorry. Are you okay? And I'll do it again, and again, and again. And because I'm not coming across as aggressive, they're like, what the fuck is, what? It's weird.
Yo, proper. That's proper bastard.
Yeah, that's proper bastard.
Yeah. Man.
I remember I hit the back of the some guy. This was when I was like 9, 10. I was a menace when I was younger. As I said to you earlier, I was horrible. Like my dad, I don't know how he parted with me. I can't lie. I don't know how he parted with me. Like he was embarrassed. Like I remember this game when I was younger. Played against a team called LNER, and it's a striker. And I remember I just hit him. I was young. I obviously didn't know how to punch. I just hit the back of his head. Like he was just pissing me off. So I just went, nothing happened. Obviously he was like went on the floor. Like he was crying. Like no one said anything. I just hit him. I just hit him for no reason. And he just pissed me off. I was hitting him. But then, oh my god, no, bro. If I was gonna tell you one thing, yeah. So back when was this? This was like 20. When did I join Wheelstone? That was like 2015. I just joined a team called Wheelstone in my area, and we played a team called Actual Soccer. And this guy, this Irish guy, what was it? Steve. His name was Steve. Steve or Stevie. You used to call him Stevie or Steve. Steve Manning. But yeah, his name was. Is it Steve? I think it's Stevie or Steven or whatever. Anyway, cool. So we were losing 2-0. Yeah, we were losing 2-0.
Yeah.
Okay, we won 3-2. And it was the goalkeepers of the other team's fault for the last 2 goals. Literally went through his legs and he should have caught it and it went in. Okay. Bear in mind, this guy's Irish. And bear in mind, like, we're 14 at the time. It's 2014. 14? We're 14 at the time, like 14, 15. At the end of the game, the Irish guy takes off his shirt, runs over to the goalkeeper and just starts beating the shit out of him. Like, bro, his own goalkeeper. Like, literally just runs over to him and starts beating the shit out of him. The goalkeeper's dad is standing there and comes running over. Obviously, the goalkeeper's got away from Steve, and then Steve's family, like, I'm sorry if you're hearing this, bro, but like, family's a bunch of gypsies, innit? Like proper gypsies, like pikeys, like, yeah, rough. Bro. Like, no, of like 10 of them go rushing. And they go fucking sprinting off into this fucking van and then they just dipped. Couple years later, I play against him again. I was playing for Hazen Yedin. Played against him when he was at Ashford or something. Same thing happens again. He's from Ladbroke Grove, I think. He's from Ladbroke Grove. And a guy from my team was from Acton. Do you know what I'm saying? His cousin and his dad was at the game.
Yeah.
At half time, like, both obviously they've gone in to go to the changing room.
Yeah.
Steve-O's just like grabbed my player from my team and they've just started scrapping. So again, the dad and the cousin go to this fucking van. Oh, I'm gonna get out of the team. I'm fucking, like, bro, like, no one fucking knows what these guys got in their van, you know what I'm trying to say? And like, they're like, I'm gonna get the team. I'm thinking, bro, like, no. We were like 17, 18 at the time. And yeah, they end up driving off. Steve's gone, like, he's gone with his dad and his cousin. They come like, bro, second half kicks off, yeah? Come back. They've come back. 2 other cars have followed them into the car park. What? Who's on what? We're thinking, this is an under 18s. It was like a Tuesday or Wednesday night in Hayes. What are you doing? What are you doing? Bro, trust me. Some of the wrong-uns I used to play football with, wrong-uns. There was even one near my house. I remember this. So there was like a park near my house called Spider Park. And we used to call it Spider Park because like there was like a climbing frame that was like a shape of a spider. And I'll be honest, like South Ruislip now is like, it's not how it used to be, innit? It's always used to be nice, used to be calm, but now South Ruislip's a little bit touched. But yeah, that was like when I realised, oh shit, like some mad people are starting to move into here. This was like a couple of years like just before we left. We were just at the park having a barbecue, just chilling. Have a nice time. bro, all I hear is like, you know, like that sound of like skrrr, like when like tires are screeching across the thing. Da-da-da-da. Like 5 man just running, chasing this geezer in the park. They grab him, they catch him. Bang, 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 bang. Just leave him on the floor, get back in the car, gone. I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on around here? That was the first time I ever saw somebody get like seriously fucked up. Like, really fucked up. Like, they chased him and they just like, yeah, they dealt with him and they just cut. It was mental. It was mad.
Looking out.
Yeah. I wonder what they think about when they work out.
Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a madness. That's absolutely crazy.
But you think about little things like that, but then bro, like, imagine like, as you know, I listen to a lot of Joe Rogan. And I listen to his old stuff as well. And his favourite guest that he has on is a guy called Joey Diaz. If you don't know who he is, yeah, bro, please just watch him. Like, Joey Coco Diaz, like, he's from New York, so you can tell from his accent, but like, heritage-wise, he's from Cuba.
Yeah.
And some of the things that guy saw when he was growing up, like, he would be with his nanny, so as in like with his, like, the person who used to look after him.
Yeah.
And he remembers seeing like them injecting himself with heroin.
Yeah.
And then going back to play with him, and then he'd find their needles on the floor, and just like fucking just mad shit like that. Yeah.
No.
Thought we wanted this one to be a little bit more of like a chill vibe. I've ended up talking about heroin.
Yeah, we went from 0 to 100 real
I know.
quick. We went from primal, we went from kettlebells to heroin real fast. But yeah, I was gonna listen and I'm just taking a little.
This is, see, right, at the time of this coming out, it'll be 8 o'clock, but in reality, it's midnight. Earlier, me and Omar, we went to, where we go? We went Nando's. We went gym, then we went Nando's. When I tell you, this guy could not shut up. He was rambling. I was like, bruv, let's just get the recording out now. Let's just start recording, because he was in a madness. Now, look at him. Sitting back, chilling, got a vest on.
Guns out.
It's getting there, bro. I'm telling you now. It is. Oh, come on. I like that. That's getting there. What's that one saying? Yeah, I can definitely tell you're celibate right now.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Pampaline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not on it.
I'm tired, man. Kettlebells. But yeah, no, I'm just be listening, innit? Just take a little backseat sometimes. Just chill, listen.
Making me look like the madman. But yeah, if I'd advise anybody, like, even if you want, just hit me up on Instagram, or like, if you have my number, just hit me up, and I'll just talk to you about kettlebells and why you should be training with them. Like, if you're bored in the gym, or you're bored with the training that you're doing right now, just hit me up, because I'm gonna change your life. I'll change your life. Like, training with kettlebells is just gonna open so many more doors for you in your body, and just moving forward, it's a real nice solid foundation to work off as well.
To be fair, anybody wants to change their life financially and physically, hit us up.
Just DM me. Just, bro, like, honestly,
Gonna-
it's not even what I can do for you, or what we can do for you. It's the environment we can bring you, and the knowledge and the value that we can give you on a day-to-day basis. That's what's really undervalued. I feel like
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's even a price tag like worthy.
No, you can't put a
that.
price tag on environment.
You can't.
But yeah, man. We should end it there.
Yeah.
I don't even know how long it's been.
Either do I.
Really. It went quick.
I know.
Very quick. Like, that was quick.
Yeah.
That felt like.
Do you know, we're
10
not
minutes.
on the thumbnail for this podcast. Let's not even put C.D.V and XPM. Let's just put PM, because you literally just sat there and just.
Well, you're talking in there. I'm not gonna be like, you know what, Harvey? Shush.
You can do that. I do tend to blabber on a little bit, but yeah, calm.
I was listening now. I was enjoying what you were saying.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about
To be honest,
kettlebells and heroin.
Yeah. Kettlebells and heroin. What a mix.
Wait, you meant to do them together.
Jesus.
Actually, no, I'd probably be cracking their kettlebells, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it'd be cocaine and kettlebells.
Yeah.
Calvin Klein, CK, cocaine, kettlebells.
What was I wearing earlier?
Huh? Oh shit, yeah, you're wearing a Calvin Klein t-shirt, aren't you? Yeah, don't spend on that. Fucking hell, doing cocaine. 1 week before Ramadan. Jesus.
On that bombshell, it's time to end. I'll see you. Oh my days.
No, okay, he's admiring himself.
That's the whole point, no?
What's that Conor McGregor TikTok voiceover? As you can tell from my fine physique, I'm an absolute freak of nature. I love that
That's
one.
such a shit Irish accent.
I know, I can't do it. But yeah, guys, like, subscribe, share, all that good shit.
I'll
And
see you later.
yeah, he always cuts me off. Peace.
Once did I always cut you off and allow it?
Bow.
Only you saw the clip before this.
Spread them cheeks, honey.
Oh, if I just call it a night, bro, I'm going to sleep.
I'm going to bed, fam.
You're going to bed, you're going to the Amazon, bro. You're going to the Vanzino. Because you just slept like that. Wake up, I just wake up tomorrow morning, you just knock out the window.
Next episode, I'm not gonna say a word. I'm just gonna let you speak because I felt like I was just chatting so much, bro.